Today we're looking at something I honestly didn't see coming. A lifted, overlanding Chrysler Pacifica. It's called the Grizzly Peak concept, and Chrysler debuted it at Overland Expo Mountain West in Loveland, Colorado. Think van life meets trail rig, but instead of staring at a Sprinter or Transit, we have something built off a Pacifica Limited with all-wheel drive. Quick context, Chrysler says this concept is a test bed to get feedback from the van life set. In other words, they want to see if families actually want a minivan that can leave the pavement without drama. Seems like a smart move, potentially, since most people interested in this sort of thing can't actually afford the insane six-figure price tags you'll find on a lot of the higher-end, larger van builds. Plus, a compact van for solo travelers or couples could hit an untapped sweet spot. As a starting point, the Pacifica is already strong on space and everyday usability. With the Grizzly Peak concept, we add layers of trail clearance, cargo flexibility, and campsite utility, all things overlanders usually care about, without ditching the minivan's people mover DNA. First, stance and rubber. The suspension gets a 2 3/4 inch lift up front and 2.5 inches in the rear, and it's rolling on 31-inch BFGoodrich KO2s wrapped around 18-inch Foreshadow colored wheels. That combo should give a bit of a boost in the trail confidence department compared to a stock Pacifica. Up top, there's a Rhino Rack Pioneer platform carrying a full-size spare, roof-mounted auxiliary lights, and an ARB retractable awning, instant shade when you pull into camp. Down low, you'll find a set of Baja Designs LP4 fog lamp pods, Mopar splash guards, and a paint protective wrap along the lower body to fend off trail rash. The whole thing wears a matte Arctos finish with Foreshadow accents. Honestly, it looks pretty sweet. All of the exterior elements are things that are currently available in the aftermarket too. That's important to help prove this as a proof of concept. It already feels like a plausible package Chrysler could offer if the response is strong. The big interior move is deleting the third row for a flat cargo floor panel. You also get an extra set of tie-downs behind the second row, plus a 115-volt, 450-watt outlet in the rear for compressors, camera gear, or what I'd want, a Dometic fridge. I have one in my own camp-ready machine, and it might be one of my favorite bits of adventure kit. You gotta have your snacks, right? Mopar tosses in stackable totes, all-weather mats, a space-saver spare, and a first aid kit. Useful, simple stuff. Cabin trim is catskin leather with a cement gray and liquid titanium theme. Orange seat belts for a pop of color, and a sports steering wheel with paddle shifters and dimple perforation. It's functional but still feels special compared to the standard family hauler. Hear me out. An all-wheel drive minivan gives you a low step-in, huge sliding door openings, and proper sleeping space without funky bed platforms. With the lift, decent tires, and smart storage, Grizzly Peak hits a niche that's been underserved. Families who want a trailhead rig that's still easy for school day duty. And remember, Pacifica is already the best-selling minivan in America, so we're building on a strong foundation. Officially, it's a concept. There is no production green light yet, but Chrysler's boss people say they're excited to get feedback from the van life adventurers, which sure sounds like they're taking the idea seriously. If interest is there, the parts list here is realistic enough to become at least a dealer package or, hopefully, a special trim from the factory. 2025 marks Chrysler's 100th anniversary, and there's a refreshed Pacifica due in 2026, a new crossover after that, and a third product inspired by the Halcyon concept. Dropping an overland-flavored Pacifica concept now could be a good way to re-energize the brand while they prep the future product pipeline. This Grizzly Peak concept isn't trying to turn a minivan into a rock crawler. It just gives the Pacifica the clearance, grip, and camp gear it needs to chase dirt roads and primo camp spots with confidence, and it keeps all the minivan advantages that make family trips actually easy. So, should Chrysler build it? Tell me in the comments, would you buy a factory overland-ready Pacifica, or do you stick with trucks and SUVs for backcountry duty? If you want a full walk around when I can get one on camera, hit like, subscribe, and I'll do my best to make it happen. Yes, I've already emailed them about trying to get my hands on this one.